What if a boxing league? Imagine a boxing league where you could do steroids. That'd be cool.
I think they have it's called the enhanced game.
No, it's called Pride FC in Japan.
Is it?
Yeah, Pride.
That shit's nuts, huh?
Pride in the contract said you're allowed to use steroids.
Oh shit, I wonder what that
Hey, that's the only way it's even. Let everyone choose.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Well, things continue to get worse and worse for Ryan Garcia because now Devin Haney's lawyer is involved and he ain't playing. Man, he sent the commission an 8-page letter with nothing but bars, complete receipts. You guys heard Ryan Garcia say he did not want the fight to be in New York. He was desperately trying to get the fight pulled out of New York at the very last minute to no avail. Well, I can tell you guys right now, when it comes to testing positive for PEDs, there is no state that takes positive PED tests more serious than New York does. So if Ryan would have got his wish and got this fight taken to Las Vegas, it would have helped him out a lot. Because if he would have tested positive for PEDs there, they would have most likely just slapped him on the wrist. Not in New York, though. Now, normally, a fight like this would be turned into a no contest, and Ryan Garcia, he would be suspended. But Devin Haney is pushing for Ryan Garcia to be disqualified, so he would get the win, still be undefeated, and Ryan would have another loss on his record. Now, before I read some of the things that Pat English, which is Devin Haney's attorney, said in this letter, I want to give you guys a little bit more transparency. He sent this letter to the commission's top 2 directors, the chief medical officer and the lead attorney. So this is what Haney's lawyer said to the commission. He said there's a blemish on Mr. Haney's record. He was placed in an unsafe fight under the New York State Athletic Commission jurisdiction. The bout was made a mockery and in addition to the PED use and prohibited use of IVs. After the bout, Mr. Garcia admitted that missing weight was a tactic to give him an unfair advantage. As there was no second-day weigh-in required by the commission, thus it is impossible to know what he weighed on fight night. This is why, after setting forth the facts below, we request that Mr. Garcia be disqualified, which is more fitting than a no contest in this situation. Now, guys, the lawyer, he also reminds the commission that Lucian Bute, he tested positive for this exact same drug, Ostarine, against Badou Jack. That fight ended in a draw, but that was overturned to be a disqualification in favor of Badou Jack winning the fight, and Lucian Bute obviously taking another L. So this is what Pat English reminded the commission. He also reminded them that it's also been done in the Olympics as well, where fighters get disqualified for testing positive for PEDs. Pat English, he would continue by reminding them the performance-enhancing substances used is especially dangerous in the violent sport of boxing. English, he noted that both fighters vowed not to use such substance while agreeing to their Olympic-style drug testing in their fight contracts, while also signing a commission document in which they agreed they had not used the banned substance. After the bout, Garcia stated publicly that he lied and he was overweight in order to get a competitive advantage over Haney. End quote. Well, guys, I'm telling you now, when lawyers get involved, it changes the game. Now, in this 8-page letter, the lawyer, he also included a video of Garcia taking a fluid with a yellowish tinge through an IV. He said in the letter, IVs are a well-known way to avoid positive drug tests as they dilute the urine. So Ryan Garcia, he was covering all bases, from not trying to make the weight to testing positive for PEDs and even using prohibited IVs. There's so many components that makes this situation so unique when it comes to the Haney versus Ryan Garcia fight. Because for one, it's not too often that a fighter tests positive for such a significant fight, a fight of this magnitude. And usually when a fighter tests positive for PEDs, he doesn't intentionally try to come in overweight at the same time. By Ryan Garcia's own admission, he said Devin Haney will never be the same after that fight. And this is the exact reason why Devin Haney should be suing Ryan Garcia directly for damages that he may never recover from. Listen, it's one thing when you do something wrong and you take full responsibility for it. But then there are other times where you do something wrong where other people have to pay for what you did. I mean, if you get into an accident and you run over some innocent pedestrian and now he's paralyzed for the rest of his life, you may end up paying for what you did to that person, even though what you did was an accident. But what Ryan Garcia did It wasn't an accident, it was intentional. So shouldn't he pay as well? In fact, he should be paying even more, because there's a very good chance that Ryan Garcia completely destroyed Devin Haney's career. You guys have to understand something. This no longer has anything to do with who would have won the fight if Ryan Garcia didn't cheat. Because Ryan Garcia, he did cheat, and the damage is already done. Back in the 80s, when Luis Restro fought Billy Collins, Restro, he cheated. He took some of the padding, or a lot of the padding, out of his gloves, and he beat the hell out of Billy Collins for 12 rounds. Restro and his trainer, Panama Lewis, they were banned for life from the sport of boxing. And guess what? Restro was always a better fighter than Billy Collins. Restro was outboxing him. Restro could have actually beat Collins without cheating, but he still decided to cheat. And Billy Collins was never the same. He never fought again after that fight, and a year later he committed suicide. Now just imagine if Luis Restro, he was bragging after that fight, saying, Billy Collins will never be the same. I'll give him a rematch, and I'll beat him even easier because he ain't never going to be the same. Well, this is exactly what Ryan Garcia said after he beat Devin Haney on PEDs. Right after the fight, Ryan Garcia said he's not giving Devin Haney a rematch at all. Him and his father, they said there's no reason to give him a rematch because the fight wasn't even close. Then all of a sudden, after he tests positive for PEDs, he says he wants a rematch. Well, Ryan, there's a very good chance you're going to get the rematch. It just ain't going to be in no ring. It's going to end up being in a court of law. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, the fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LODkey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, the fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LODkey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.